Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
From a lot of shadows to line up. Aurelia going to be locked in here for Dudu or Karis. I'd love it to be the mid lane pick, just because then you're playing Aurelia into closer. Like if there is scuttle fight or not, as Karis still looking for a little bit more here. Finds the empowered auto, backflip, connects as well as they go for another battle. This is just non-stop skirmishing as they get the flash out of closer to try and get out of the way. But Dove, max health, and Dudu just left on his lonesome. Oh dear, Hanwha Esports leaving their top laner out to dry. As closer picks up some perfect execution. See whether he can actually utilize that effectively, as it looks like Hanwha Esports will be able to comfortably take this Drake. Croco comes in a little bit late as Vista looking to start a fight. Kale down relatively low as we've got a white gun here for Johnny. He's doing a lot of work. The onslaught of shadows is massive as the Lee Sin goes down now. Closer looking for the backline, does find one as he locks him down, but it's going to be answered immediately. And just going aggressive, Dove just going for a disengage, and you can throw out the ult whenever you'd like to. Drake coming on over with some perfect execution. It is going to be the Drake secured by Croco, but now Hanwha Esports, can they find themselves the team fight? The answer is at least a kill onto the mid lane as Karis just dives right in. Croco trying to get out. Ice is absolutely dead, and that was not the voyage that you wanted to take.
Meanwhile,
oh my goodness, yeah, meanwhile here on the top side of the map, Dudu's fighting it out against Dove and finds it with a W. I love that.
Oh man, this game is just off the rails now for Hanwha Esports. You make the kill play bottom side, get those plates for Chunny, you have the Rift Herald value coming through big, then you turn your focus to the Drake, and yes, you're not able to get the Drake, but you still win the team fight follow-up so well. Look at this. 5 for 6 assists for On Fleek. By far the most successful Hecarim we've seen in the LCK so far in his fourth game finally. Crashing to Dove on cooldown as here comes On Fleek.
Yep, and just taking the 2v2, he does get kicked out, but there is an onslaught of shadows available. Johnny's going to move in here. The red-white guns are down. He's going to give up the the ruse as Dove. Yeah, he gets the hop, but Dudu has so much gap close. Actually manages to land the stun. I don't think he was expecting that. He's like, what?
We mentioned
doesn't go for it.
We mentioned it in the draft how Hanwha Esports have such great lane control. They have all the matchups they want.
It was overextensions in the end as Vista's going to come on through, look to protect his Akali. Closer and Croco together, not really going to get too much done here as the backflip connected. Karis dives on forward once again. Perfect execution will allow Vista to lock down that kill as the chains are going to miss. And Closer does have one remaining Q available as the Super Mega Death Rocket will secure the kill onto the Leona. Atlas can't speak, but Closer can definitely grab some kills here with the help of his team.
Chunny does have ult, but he's not alone.
Oh, there's a horse. He's going to turn up, and there is the ulti. Chunny not going to be a guy that looks at explosions because he's pretty cool.
Yep.
He's got to, because there's that ward just chilling there. But it looks like Clouds are not really what Hanwha Esports are interested in. But they did have a big enough gold lead in order for this to be a bounce.
They're not even close to it, so let's just go up and defend the top turret and look for a fight up there.
Yeah.
Dudu has teleport, so they can actually long distance engage, get an Aurelia flank angle.
And that's what happens when you have so much vision as well. You know that there's no one coming, so he may as well just chill out there. On Fleek going to find that there are 3 people waiting in this brush. Liiv SANDBOX certainly committing to trying to take down this turret. They will be able to do so, but it is just an outer, and it is just their first of the game as well. Yes, it's a bounty, but they might trade it for a little.
Win this game, don't get me wrong, it's just so hard when you're blind. Speaking of blind,
yep, Dudu going to get smashed back, and that is Chain CC, a boulder hurled towards the Akali, and Hanwha Esports immediately going to be spotted. Move on over and take it as Croco looking for Johnny. There's the flash, but he goes golden. Absolutely love the play, but it's not going to be nearly enough to save his life as Karis. He's going to go into his stopwatch as well, but he's in amongst 5 people. Perfect execution comes down on Fleek, just trying to disengage. But Hanwha Esports, they just lose one after one.
The other. Yeah, this is the one by one. You lose these pieces. You can't 5v5 team fight against a team that's so good at turning and will have control over this Baron pit. And it's 2 picks that actually lead to Liiv SANDBOX's path back into this game. It's not the 5v5 team fight that we've been talking about so much. It's just punishing of overextensions in the mid lane this time for Chunny. Also loses his stopwatch, a tool he will not have for the rest of this game. The onslaught of shadows.
Yeah. Definitely a fantastic ultimate for him to have available. And also now with the fact that he is very strong, his playstyle from earlier is going to be rewarded rather than punished. Okay, Dudu taking a lot of damage here, looking for his opportunity. Karis dives into the backline. Let's see whether Hanwha Esports can win themselves a team fight. Good Gale Force comes through as OnFleek is going to be able to take away the Drake at least. Dudu goes down, the horse grabs one, but it's answered back. Meanwhile, the rest of Hanwha Esports able to make something happen there on the north side of the fight. Good Gnar there onto Johnny as the Super Mega Death Rocket will help finish the kill. And Karis and Vista, there is nothing they can do about this one. Good sidestep there from Vista, but I think these rockets are still going to ring true. And Karis running for the hills, trying to get towards that shroud. Dove is going to get baited by it, but oh, okay, that's a bit cute. Manages to backflip over the wall.
Live a little bit longer.
Yeah, Abyssal Dive not available just yet.
Well, Gnar's over the wall. Oh, nice dodge.
Yep, trying to get these side steps to work as backflip's going to connect. There's the Devour. It's real cute, but isn't really going to work out.
That was the most Yoshi Tom Kench move I've ever seen.
Cloud Drake value. Hecarim definitely benefits
Akali.
from those, you know, because Hecarim gets more damage based on his move.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Akali going to love being able to get in the back.
Now, Hanwha Esports set to try and defend this bottom outer turret, inner turret, sorry. As Closer finds himself an onslaught of shadows, and now Ice just looking for these auto attacks. Great dash to get out of the way. And that is going to mean that they'll just duck and or abscond this turret out of existence. Dove does the same thing in the mid lane.
And unfortunately, but with all the vision control that Liiv SANDBOX have taken away, it's going to be tough.
Well, Hanwha Esports thought that they could set up a little bit of a trap here, as here's a teleport flank. We're going for it. It's the hard force. Teleport is going to answer immediately. He's engaging on a Leona. Generally a mistake. Onslaught of Shadows comes out from about everyone on the map right now, but Closer is unfortunately a little bit too far away. Does manage to get his way out and snag a kill as well, but he is still going to die. Dove now taking a lot of damage, and look at Johnny. He's still alive. Ice trying to survive against Karis here. We'll see whether he has the mobility, as he does get stunned up. Q doesn't quite connect there from Croco, as now Johnny flashes forward. He'll immediately get booted to the face as Croco goes golden, and Karis gets towards the backside of the map. Dudu is going to go down though, as the Jinx is still alive. Karis now in trouble, and there's the double kill, and Jinx got excited, and that is what you have to worry about as a Hanwha Esports fan.
And they have so much damage too. They've taken out the big threats here, the Aurelia, the Akali. They can now just get on top of this Baron, and because they have a 7-2 Jinx who's got 4 items online, she's just gonna rip through this. And now you have another Baron here for Liiv SANDBOX that is going to keep the map under their control. And now this is a desperation move I like from Chunny here, because he also has insane damage, and he's like, well, I'm going to get soul for this.
Yeah, they'll at least get the soul, but
the problem is, will you be able to, you know, deal with the Baron? Is this soul going to help you defend your...
Well, Solar Flare is just, yep. Going to be observed by Liiv SANDBOX by the looks of things. Moonlight Vigil coming through yet again. Fair bit of damage, but not quite enough. Croco able to walk his way out, as the autos from Ice starting to rain down. Base broken now. Inhibitor still standing. Dove rotating over. Doesn't have the Narbar quite available. As Gravitum coming through here. Flame Chompers to stop the advance, and the Inhibitor will fall. So Hanwha Esports, their base, in a bit of shambles right now. OnFleek also not with much of a health bar. And the relevance of this horse is certainly starting to get...
it's waning.
It's wearing a bit thin this stage of the game.
It's the better horse is the Silas on the other side. Unfortunately, in a lot of these fights, you know, he can dictate guaranteed prio.
Yeah.
And like you said, you know, there's just no way to silence. Dudu looking for the engage.
Yeah, we're going to flash on in. Great kickback, and Dudu is going to be denied. He survives for the moment as OnFleek gets towards the back line. Karis finally turns up here as Croco in the front line. Super Mega Death Rocket lands only onto Chani, but he's relatively safe where he's been positioned. The Gnar goes into the wall, finds one target, but it's a priority, and the Aphelios is going to go down as well. They created space for Closer, and man, he closed as the Inhibitor turret's going to go down.
He certainly did. He is a, you know, he's a Hecarim that can close the gap a lot more lethally. He had so much.
What? Karis, what happened, buddy? Where did you go? OnFleek is going to get zapped here as Ice is looking for him, but the Nexus is going to go down. Liiv SANDBOX, the turnaround kill against their opposition here in this game.